at all, so I'm feeling a little funny.
And in fact, you know, we come out and it's sort of like a theater production. Arctic Frontiers is sort of like a theater, right? We were sort of in a theater, and in fact it corresponded. We actually went to the theater. We had dinner in the theater. Some people sang. I mean, it was just sort of, so in many ways, the way I consider Arctic energy development is that, that I don't answer the question of whether we need Arctic development, oil and gas or not. I actually just am interested solely in the fact that what we have is a lot of people who are very sophisticated in producing images that create a desire for Arctic energy development.
It was clear, and you could see it quite far.
But I was smoking.
Wasn't something I'd ever really thought about, but actually there's not a single capital city in the Arctic. They're all in the southern parts of these countries. And so they've been, the state makes the decisions in the south, and it's and has implications for the northerners.
How many people here consider themselves at least a little bit creative? The rest of you, I hope to either convince you that you are creative, or show you, or suggest that you better become creative, or else maybe you shouldn't be in this field. Okay?
Absolutely loved it. And I got to work with two traditions in Montreal. And then in the end, we produced this textbook for the school that included
I Jesu navn vid dagen må nu slutte og til sengen gå.
Percentages. This is a high percentage on the first dimension, means the biggest contrast is between what's on the left and on the right. That's between 2009, 2011 and 12 on the right-hand side.
Which makes the Arctic resource a matter of strategic importance for Russia, definitely. In fact, northern resources have been interpreted as providing the basis for Russia's standing in the world.
That when you establish a conservation area, either on land or in the water, it includes everything. And this means everything on the surface, all the way down to the core of the earth.
Population increased by 10 times during the so it was, if it was 3,000 people living here, it was 30,000.
Okay. So with the construction of roads and post-war canning and
no, well, it was mainly fishing and drying. This is before any canning. Okay. So it's drying, fished, and it was dry.
As you see the map of Norway, and we have 5 units in Norway. Kabelvåg is the oldest one.
We have actually been here for more than 100 years, since 1879, I believe. Most of those ports now, they are not they are not in use. And the number of fishing ports in use are declining, of course.
This is a rather old school in a way. It has been a folkehøyskole right here for 111 years, and that is twice as long as the university in Bergen and 3 times as long as the university in Tromsø. So in many respects we are a well-established school, and we've been here for a long time. And that is a fact you can see many places in Norway and Sweden and Denmark as well. You will find this old, well-established folkehøyskole. If you take the whole 19-year-old population in Norway, some 11.5% of them go to folkehøyskole. So every 10th, every 9th of the 19 years old go to folkehøyskole. So we are quite big. And at this school we have some 90-95 students each year. To be a decent professional, you should know something more than just her own profession. And what is then this more that we should? At our school we are among other things doing a lot of photography and outdoor life, outdoor sports. Our ambition is to use these subjects, if it is photography or if it is outdoor life, outdoor sport, to look into different aspects of life.
When you're climbing and using a rope and someone is belaying you, holding the rope, if you don't trust that person, you won't get anywhere. You won't dare to climb up because you know that your life is in the hands of the one holding the rope. And there's, as I can see it, is a problem teaching young people today about consequences, risks, and in a bigger way in trust. So
it's really worth taking the it's really much more people should be entering.
I was doing a PhD at Harvard, and it was a time when the last phase of the Vietnam War. It was a time when students were self-sikker. They were self-assured. They had self-confident, and it's a time when they were arrogant, and they were very critical of a government which was supporting an unjust war, an imperialistic position in the world. So my left side of the brain talked my right side of the brain into going to a Harvard sherry party on Friday. Now that's an institution. Students get together with the faculty and drink sherry, and they boast about the last publications the professors made. Well, I got to the sherry party, and I had a revolution in my brain. My left and my right were fighting, and in the end, it was a disaster. There were 2 surprises at the party, the sherry party. One was the wobbly legs of the professor, fat professor, who was provoking me, could not support his weight after I hit him, with a flat hand. And the table he landed on, the punch bowl table, the legs could not support the weight of the professor, which he subsequently landed on. Well, to make a short story even shorter, I was called into the head of the institute, the chairman, who gave me two choices. Either I accept a one-way ticket to Kiel, Germany, with a grant, or I face a hearing at the university in 3 or 4 days with an unknown consequence. Of course, I took the money, went to Germany, enjoyed myself.